All right, guys, you're about to take a journey into the Movie Lingo vault and see how it all started. Now, I have to warn you guys, the quality may not be there, but the passion to critique definitely is. I hope you guys enjoyed these reviews as much as we enjoyed making them for you. Let's go ahead and get into the review. This is another Movie Lingo discussion. I'm Eddie Lingo.
I'm Kendall.
I'm Melissa Jansen.
I'm Iris.
And I'm Ant-Man.
And today we are going to discuss Marvel's Ant-Man. Please, Ant-Man, sir, could you tell us what your movie was about?
Yeah, I got this. So my story involves myself. Okay, I can't keep going with this. I can't do first and third person. So Ant-Man is the story of Scott Lang, a convict who recently got out of prison, who is one of the best thieves around. He's a burglar. He breaks in. He almost like a Robin Hood mentality. He stole from the rich that were using their wealth poorly and distributed it to the employees of companies. And he gets contacted by Dr. Hank Pym to basically take on the Ant-Man suit and break into Cross facilities and Hank Pym's old lab and destroy the Yellow Jacket suit that a man named Darren Cross has created, because he does not want Darren Cross to have access to this technology. The movie focuses on Scott's journey into becoming Ant-Man, and it also focuses on his relationship with his daughter, who is currently with his mom because he's a convict. He doesn't get to see her that much. So we get a little bit of Ant-Man's struggle as Ant-Man and his struggle as Scott Lang.
Awesome. So diving right in, I thought this movie was great. Me not being a big Ant-Man follower, but I know of his existence and I know of his importance to the Avengers. I really enjoyed the movie, so I want to start with you, Kendall. Get your thoughts. How did you feel about the movie?
I thought it was great. I'm not a big Ant-Man follower also. I know only of like the comics. Of course, when the movie was coming out, I started to research him, which I do with every Marvel movie that comes out.
Very smart.
But I thought it really portrayed the character very well. The story was great. The pacing was great. The movie was really enjoyable overall.
Awesome. And how about you, Alyssa? How'd you feel about it?
I really liked it. I didn't know much about Ant-Man. I didn't know anything about Ant-Man. But I definitely liked it. It was different than the other Marvel movies, I feel like, and I enjoyed it a lot more. I think it was funnier than most of the ones have been.
Yeah, I think that was one of the good things.
Yeah, and I really liked it.
Paul Rudd on there and him
I enjoyed Paul Rudd as Ant-Man.
He also got writer's credit, so I'm sure he dressed it up so it can be more comedic, more his style.
Yeah.
Iris, how'd you feel about the Ant-Man movie?
I really enjoyed it. I don't know that much about Ant-Man. I know a few little like basic, knowledge about the whole Ant-Man story, but I was a little concerned when I saw in the trailers that it was Paul Rudd, because I'm more into the serious, when it comes to Marvel movies.
Right.
I like it to be serious, but I think it was actually very well written. Excuse me. And I did really enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Awesome. I know I don't need to ask you, sir, but just please let us know, how did you feel about the Ant-Man movie?
I loved every part of this movie, honestly. At first, I will say that I was a little concerned with Paul Rudd, but Scott Lang's character isn't the Hank Pym Ant-Man. Scott Lang is a bit of a jokester, and he's kind of a laid-back type of guy. And in fact, in the comic series, he breaks into Tony Stark's lab to prove to him that his security force needs to be upgraded so that he can get that job.
Oh, nice.
He's that kind of like cocky, funny dad type of humor. And I think this movie was absolutely fantastic, and in my opinion, probably one of the best Marvel movies to date.
I have to agree with you. But let's talk about that for a moment. Me, yes, I'm going to admit it, I'm probably going to lose a follower or two. I had no idea that there was more than one Ant-Man throughout the years. I've always just known of
I
Pym.
believe there's a total of 3 at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So when I was watching the trailer, I try to stay away from anything. I know you say you research when it's coming. For me, I try to stay away from any information because I want to be pleasantly surprised, or I don't want something to give me a bad feeling. I go in with negativity. So once I knew that Michael Douglas playing Pym was passing on and basically bringing Scott Lang in, I had no idea that was a character. Scott Lang was a character in the comics. I was like, oh, this is not what I expected. So it was different for me. not knowing, and I thought it was done very well. I know it's probably not done exactly like the comic books, but I thought that was really cool. And now that I'm hearing that Scott Lang, and then there's a third one,
Eric O'Grady.
yeah,
I believe Eric is in between. In the comics, Hank was the first one, and then it was Eric, and then Scott is the current Ant-Man.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know much about Eric. I know
they kind of skipped over him. No, you're not important.
Okay.
I know Hank Pym started off as Ant-Man, and Hank Pym's Ant-Man was a very serious justice kind of guy, almost like not a very strong sense of morality like Captain America.
Right.
Like I said, I don't know enough about Eric, and I'm not going to get shouted in the comments by people who are claiming that, that's not him. But Scott's character was very Paul Rudd-esque, honestly. Like he's in Paul Rudd's movies, he's always that goofy type of humor, and the Ant-Man that Scott Lang plays in the comics, he's cracking jokes and stuff. Like he's a jokester.
So we I guess the lesson to be learned here is we should trust Marvel when they start casting.
Yeah.
You know?
Pleasantly surprised.
No.
Well, let's not get too.
Because they didn't cast you, is that what it was?
Well, I could have been Peter Parker.
Oh, right. You still can be. Something may happen to that guy on set. Anyway, so
yeah, something might happen to him. I'm gonna be ashamed.
Hopefully not. I don't want to. Damn, everybody's gonna come. We're gonna get
if
famous.
Something happens to him.
We're gonna be famous for the wrong reasons. Yeah.
We'll be the first suspects. Like,
yeah.
You're the one that said it first.
I know. Oh my god. So we're gonna rate it.
Smoking indoors.
And everybody's on the 10 scale. So I'm gonna start with you, Kendall. Please give us your rating and tell us why.
I give the movie a 9. I thought the movie was really good. There was nothing I really disliked about it. It was funny. It had like heist vibes to it, and I love heist movies, so that was good. I wish they had explained the powers a little more. That's really the only thing I didn't really like too much about it, but it wasn't completely vague. So overall, the movie was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. That's one of my favorite words. Alyssa.
Fantastic.
Wait, are we keeping track? You keep track? What is it? You gave it a 9?
9.
Okay, you got this. The human calculator is here to save us from our horrible rating without him. All right.
Dismissed him.
Alyssa, please,
No
your
one missed
rating
me.
and why?
I give it an 8 out of 10. I don't know. I said I wouldn't. I mean, it is like maybe 8.5, maybe 8.5
which is
out
it?
of 10. Maybe it's like 8.5/8 out of 10.
I need a number.
Yeah.
Stay with 8.5.
8.5.
Jesus.
Okay.
And why?
I liked it. I liked everything about it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was action packed. I thought it was serious. It spoke to my heart. Everything had everything. I think I just didn't like that they were ants. I have an insect thing. I don't like insects. So that's probably the only reason.
They came off like creepy crawlers to you?
Yeah. I felt them on me.
The fire ants especially?
Yeah, like I couldn't watch the scenes. I had to look away.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, you missed some good stuff. They were forming arcs. He was running across. He was riding them like rafts, like keep sweat. Yeah, it was awesome. You missed it.
I'm okay with it.
All right, so your rating, please, and why?
I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I loved it completely.
What?
It was freaking awesome. It was one of the
Movie
best
Lingo 10 out of
Marvel
10?
movies I've ever seen
You
lately.
stole my
I
thunder.
mean, who knows
I wanted to be the first 10.
if, who knows what they're going to make in the future, that it may blow it out the water, but that's my top. I love me
Neither here nor there.
Man.
All right. Cody, would you like to
I'm gonna have to
try
agree.
and pull that thunder back in?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 as well.
Woohoo!
There wasn't a single thing about this movie that I didn't like.
Not a single thing.
I know that there's probably some people out there that are gonna nitpick, but honestly, it was a beautiful mixture of funny and serious when it needed to be. It was fantastic design. I personally think the Yellow Jacket suit is one of the coolest designs in Marvel.
It's fantastic.
I think he looks so badass in that suit. The Ant-Man suit is really cool. It's a lot different than the comic book one, the older comic book one. The new one, obviously, is kind of similar. But I love the Ant-Man design. I think they did a great job with his powers of him controlling the ants, and the scenes where they did that were very cool. It was just an overall absolutely fantastic movie.
Awesome.
And if you don't watch it, you're less, in my opinion.
And you shouldn't have gotten this far if you hadn't.
Yeah. We always forget to do that one.
So for me, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I loved it. It's hard for me to give something 10 out of 10. Like I think you said that on one movie where you were close. But I give it a 9 out of 10. There was loved everything about it. I loved the introduction to the character. I loved the fact that he,
Steal my thunder.
I didn't know that there was more than one Ant-Man, so I was pleasantly surprised at the way they did it. And then I found out, it's more accurate, so that made me love it even more. I love the comedic level. I love the everyday guy coming from the lower end of the spectrum. I love everything about it. I love the reference to all the other movies. I love the way they gave us Falcon.
Yeah, we need to see a Falcon movie.
Yeah.
Yes, I would greatly appreciate that.
Credit,
Mhm.
because,
Or we see Falcon take over Captain America's role.
Dun, dun, dun. I mean, they do have that in the comics, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying in the movies, I think there's gonna come a time when they're gonna kill off Captain America and Falcon's gonna take over.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Oh.
that would be depressing.
Oh, that would be interesting. So I'm gonna have to look out for that.
We gotta.
So what is our overall rating?
Go ahead, Iris. You just had to
It's
take
a
my
9.
math
It's
out
a
of me.
9.3.
That's the highest movie.
That
Lingo
is the
score to
highest
date.
Movie Lingo score to date. Thank you for watching another Movie Lingo discussion on Ant-Man, Marvel's Ant-Man. Let me say that. I'm Eddie Lingo,
I'm Kendall.
I'm Alyssa Jansen.
I'm Iris.
I'm LeBron James.
and he's also Ant-Man.
I'm LeBron James's Ant-Man.
And we'll see you guys in the next discussion.